Okay, so I'm starting with this NYX Honey Do Me Up, and I bought this because it says it's a natural antiseptic. It has gold flakes, so it increases skin radiance, and it's meant to provide new collagen for smoother skin. So I'm just applying this liberally around my face, and just really rubbing the product in. Next, I'm picking up my Becca Backlight Priming Filter, and this is a primer. I really love this primer because it gives you that natural glow underneath your foundation. So I'm just applying about a dime sized all around my face, and again, rubbing that product in. Next, I'm going to pick up my LA Girl Cosmetics Pro Green Corrector, and this is just going to help with any redness, pimples, or dark spots that you want to hide under your makeup. And then I like to use my finger to tap it in. I don't really like to use a beauty blender because it does, well, I've seen from personal experience that it takes off product. So I just like to use my finger and dab that in. Now I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to pick up this Morphe M517 brush. I'm going to set this concealer. The reason for this is so when you apply your foundation, the green doesn't smear in with your foundation. So I'm picking up the same product from LA Girl Cosmetics, and this is just my shade in Pure Beige. And basically, I'm just going to put that all on top of where I concealed all the redness, so basically on top of all the green. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques sponge and just kind of blend everything out. I don't mind if my sponge is dry, just because, again, when my beauty blender is wet, I feel like it does take excess product off. And the point is, we want to conceal and hide everything. So next, I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix, and NC35 is my shade, and the Sephora PRO Flawless Airbrush. And I like to use this the brush just to apply the foundation first. Why I like to use the beauty blender versus a makeup brush is because it blends the foundation so much better than a makeup brush. Because with a makeup brush you get all these harsh lines, and with the beauty blender it comes out to such a flawless finish, and it gives you like the most beautiful skin ever. Alright, now we're going to pick up this Maybeline Age Rewind, and I just picked this up at the beauty or the drugstore actually, just because I heard so many good things. So we're going to try it out the first time. So I'm just going to put this under my eyes, down the nose, the cupid's bow, on the chin, just a little bit on the forehead. And this is just areas that we're going to highlight and kind of, bring a glow to our skin. Now I'm taking the beauty blender and I'm just going to blend everything out. Now the technique with the beauty blender, you want to stipple, you want to press it into the skin. You don't want to rub, because rubbing will take off the product. So next I'm going to use my Laura Mercier translucent powder and my Morphe sponge to bake the skin. Basically I'm picking up a lot of powder and stamping it in the skin. The point of baking is when you apply a ton of translucent powder to the skin, your face can't breathe. So your body temperature comes through and gets trapped between the skin and concealer. And literally, it's baking the concealer. Next, I'm just picking up my spoolie brush. This brush is unknown, so any disposable spoolie brush will work. Just brushing the brows up. Now I'm going to take my Sephora PRO Brush number 20. And I'm going to start at the base of the eyebrow. And I'm just going to kind of arch my brow just to get that full long arched look. And I'm just gonna do small strokes, because if you do long strokes and you mess up, you can't really go back. So small strokes is the way to go. And then I'm gonna bring up the product and bring it into the eyebrow, and I'm just following through the line of my brow. I'm following the natural arch of my brow, and then I'm just gonna fill it in. And next I'm gonna turn my brush, I guess vertical? Yeah, vertical. And I'm just going to do little small strokes just to mimic natural hairs in the front. I don't like that really bulky, squared eyebrow. So basically I'm doing the same thing on the other side. I already cut all that out just so you get the point. And then you want to go through with your spoolie brush and brush out as much as you can, because this will break up any clumps of product. Also, it'll make the hairs look a lot more natural for that perfect brow. And by the way, I did not show the product, but it is ABH, the color in Ebony. Now I'm picking up my favorite concealer, which is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in my color, Pure Beige. I'm just going to clean up the brows. I'm applying it on top of the brow and beneath the brow. Now taking the Morphe M432 brush, which is a flat brush, I'm just going to swipe that along the bottom of the brow. It is also important to clean off any excess off this brush so the concealer won't go into the brow. I also learned something really cool. If you run a mascara brush through your eyebrows, it mimics actual real hair and it makes it darker. I like that dark, bold look in my brows just because if you're going to do a full glam eye, the brow should complement the eye, definitely. Next, I'm picking up this MAC Soft Ochre, and this is a primer for your shadow, or for your eyelid, I guess, whatever you want to call it. But I love, 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 love this primer. It brightens your shadows by like 10 times better. And it really holds all the shadows together, which I am obsessed with. So if you're going to do a full glam, I believe this is one of the best products you can use for your eye. So next I'm picking up one of my all-time favorite palettes, my Modern Renaissance, and my Luxie 205 blending brush. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the color Raw Sienna. I'm going to take this color and I'm just going to slide this all over the crease. Back to back motion and in little circular motions just to really blend the outer corner. This is our transition color that we're going to use, so I'm just really blending that into the crease, and I like to bring my transition color to the top of the brow. Well, I mean, you want to leave a little bit of space, you know, for highlighting, but I like to bring it up as close to the brow as possible. And I'm bringing that towards the inner corner also, just to give some real good definition and depth. Now picking up the shade Realgar, and I'm going to be putting this on both sides of the eye, the inner corner and the outer corner, since we are doing kind of like a halo eye. And I'm just going to concentrate on the outer corner first, bring that real down and blend that real well, and then I'm going to take it to the inner corner and blend that. Next I'm going to be picking my Morphe M18 brush, and this is more of a stipple brush, so I'm going to pick up the Love Letter color in the Anastasia palette, and this is one of my favorite colors, what inspired me to do this look. So with a halo eye, I'm just going to be repeating the same steps. It is tedious, you just repeat the same steps to build that color and definition on both the inner corner and the outer corner of the eye. Now picking up the E22 brush, and this has no product on it whatsoever. It is a bigger blending brush, and I'm just going to blend all these colors together. I'm concentrating on the inner corner, making sure that's real blended, and the outer corner, and then I'm going to slightly drag it in the middle of the eye, or in the middle of the top of the eye, and that's just going to create a nice gradient. Next we're picking up Red Ochre, and this is just like a darker burgundy, using the same M118 brush, and repeating the same steps over and over and over. Okay, going back with the same E22 brush, I just dusted off all any excess colors off the brush, and I'm just showing you these steps just to show you exactly what you need to do, how to build that perfect color, and how to really smoke and build that burgundy beautiful color. I promise it comes out really good, so just keep watching. Okay, now picking up my Luxie 205 once again, I'm going to go through with that first transition color, Burnt Orange. And I'm going to take this and just in a back and forth motion through my crease, and to blend everything really well, just so we don't see where one color starts and one color ends. So it gives that nice gradient look. And don't worry too much about the middle of the eye, because that's where we're going to place our pink glitter. Now picking up this flat Morphe M166 brush in the color Vermeer, and I'm going to just lightly pack this onto the middle of the eye. This is just going to create a nice base for our pink glitter. And I'm just going to bring it right to the top, just where basically the top of the crease is. Now to one of my favorite parts is my big jar of glitter. So basically I was deciding between these two, but I picked this like rose gold pink glitter. Now we're going to pick up the E.L.F. glitter glue. And I'm going to take that flat Morphe M166 brush once again. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the glue. Well, I'm taking actually a lot of the glue. Just because I really want that glitter to stick. So I'm just going to start at the base of the eye and then just build that up. And a real important part, or a real important aspect of creating a halo is to take the brush and kind of feather it through the ends. Just so you so there's no harsh lines. It all looks blended out. Now I'm just going to leave the excess glue that's on the brush and just straight dip my brush into the little jar. And I'm just going to slowly pack it onto the base of the eye first, just so I don't miss any parts. And then, as you can see, I kind of got over it and I dipped the whole thing in there. And I'm just placing it all over the eye now. More blending. So now with the Luxie 205, once again, just picking up that same transition color. I'm not picking up any of the darker colors just because I don't want to darken the eye anymore. So I'm picking up that burnt orange just to basically blend those edges. Again, you don't want any of those harsh lines or it's just going to look real weird. Now picking up this Morphe M431 brush, which is like a smaller stipple brush. And I'm going to pick up the Cypress Umber color, which is like a deep chocolate brown. And I'm going to use it with the under eye. I'm going to start in the middle of the under eye first and then bring any excess closer towards the inner and the outer eye. Now picking up that same big blending brush, the E22, I'm just going to blend everything all together. I think the brown and then this burgundy complement each other real well. Now the Maybeline Pushup Drama. This is my favorite drugstore mascara. About $6 or so, but oh my god, does it do the job. Now I'm picking up one of my favorite lashes and lash brand, Mandy Cosmetics, in the eyelash Bombshell. And I do have a discount code for this eyelash, so look below in the comment box and I will drop that down for you. Now I'm picking up some Duo Glue and my Sephora Lash Applicator. And I'm going to wait just about 30 seconds or so, just so it gets tacky and sticks on the eye. And what I like to do and how do I apply my lashes, I like to stick it in the middle first, just so it's sturdy, and then I like to attach the inner corner and the outer corner. My nails are kind of a little bit too long, so I'm just, doing what I gotta do. And then I take the lash applicator part and I just kind of squeeze everything together, just so you don't get that line between the eyelash and your real lashes. Now picking up one of my favorite eyeliners. It's a Marc Jacobs Gel Eye Crayon, and this is so smooth and so pigmented. And I'm just going to apply that to my lower waterline and my upper waterline just to give it that darker, vampire look. And you can add white, you can add any color you'd like. I personally like the black and it complements my eye color. But yeah, I love this Marc Jacobs eyeliner. I got this for a birthday gift. Now I'm going to take my Maybelline Big Shot Mascara, and I'm just going to, well, I heard all this rave about this mascara, but I don't find it so great. But anyways, I'm just applying that to my lower lashes, and then I'm going to apply it to my top lashes just to kind of blend all the eyelash together. Oh my god, so I bought the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, and let me tell you, holy shit, these holographic eyeshadows are the bomb. So I'm picking up that blue sapphire, and I'm just putting that in the inner corner. I'm just taking a little small flat brush. You can basically use anything. So now I'm picking up this Morphe R38 brush, and it's just like a bigger blending brush. I'm just blending the blue sapphire with the brown underneath, and then I'm just picking up a little bit of blue sapphire and putting it beneath my brow. Me coming home from the club literally describes my daughter's makeup. Take my E.L.F. all over face brush, and I'm just dusting off all that baking that we were doing. Now I'm taking the Too Faced Born This Way in my shade medium, and I'm just going to put this on the under eye just to clean off any of the excess glitter that fell off. I'm not necessarily highlighting anymore, I'm just kind of cleaning, and also this is more of my shade. And I'm just going to do just a line down the center of the nose, just to really highlight again in the Cupid's bow. Taking my damp Real Techniques sponge, and don't mind me, my friend was over And yeah, we were being silly. Anyway, so I'm just kind of damping everything in with my Real Techniques sponge. And basically, again, the same motion, you're just stippling motion. I'm just not trying to rub the product in. Just taking up the blending brush once again. I'm just really blending everything out. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with blending, but it has to blend in. I'm going to pick up that Kat Von D translucent powder and my E.L.F. all over face brush. And now I'm just setting basically my whole face. And it happens once again. I put way too much translucent powder and it literally just goes up the airways. I don't understand why this happens to me. But anyways, I'm picking up this Sephora contouring pen, and this is the shade medium, and I'm just basically going down up the nose. I'm going through the brow and then just creating that little point just to contour the nose. And then I put this under my my bottom lip. I'm sorry, I'm just all over the place today. But anyways, I put down the bottom lip just to make the bottom lip look or appear bigger, just because you have that shadow underneath. And I'm just picking up the Beauty Blender, and I'm going to blend the contour in. Picking up this unique beachfront bronzer in the shade Malibu and my Kabuki Brush. And I love this bronzer just because it's so pigmented. I will leave the link below, so just look for that. I'm going to start at the top of the ear and just kind of bring it halfway down just to get that sharp look. And then I'm going to go ahead into my jawline and just bring that around. You want to kind of shape it into a backwards 3. If you're looking at your face, you want to start at the temple, well, the forehead, down into the temple, and then down into the jawline. Now I like to pick up my Kabuki brush. I pick up the bronzer just a little bit on the corner, and then I just kind of follow that little contour line just to give it that more, that depth and smaller looking nose. So now I'm going to pick up the Sephora Tangerine Dream and my brush, Morphe E4. I love this blush brush. It's so amazing. So I'm just going to swipe a little bit on the apple of the cheeks, and you kind of want to place it on top of the bronzer and then blend that through the bronzer. So now I'm picking up the Glow Kit and the Morphe M310 fan brush, and I'm picking up the colors Bubbly and Sunburst, and I'm just going to put that on the high points of my cheek. And I kind of am very heavy-handed with highlight because I love highlight, and I'm not sorry, so just do as much highlight as you like. And for the nose, I like to just use my fingers sometimes just to really get that little cute bald looking nose. And then I just take my fan brush, flip it upside down, like rub a little bit of my cupid's bow, a little bit of my chin, a little bit above the brows, and then definitely on the brow bone just to really accentuate that eye. Now I'm picking up my Neutrogena wipes. I'm just wiping any excess that came onto my lip just from foundation or whatever else. So now I'm just basically waiting till that dries. I'm going to apply that NYX Honey Dew Me Up that we used in the beginning of the video, just for, moisture and just a little glow underneath the lip. I'm picking up the Knobby lip pencil in brown, and I'm just going to start at the bottom lip, build that up. Now I'm picking up the Colourpop in Chili Chili, and really there's really no a certain way to apply it. I just stick to my 2 rules. To make your lip look bigger, you only accentuate the cupid's bow and the bottom of the lip. You never overdraw the sides of your lip, because then you can see you can see where your actual lip line starts. So I'm basically just filling in. As you can tell, I did mess up there, but don't worry, we will clean it up. And I love Colourpop because, God, it lasts all day. It doesn't even come off your lip when you want it to, which could be a good or bad thing, but yeah, all night at the club, it works. Now you want to take that Morphe M432 brush, and then I'm just picking up a little bit of my foundation just to clean it up with. And then I'm going to use my favorite setting spray, which is the NYX Dewy Setting Spray, and liberally spray that a few times on my face.